I may regret this, but really, I have no choice at this point. I know I sound like a broken record. I'm not just saying this to like have a built-in excuse for the reason why the yard looks the way it does this spring, but you hear all the mowers going in the background? Everyone is mowing today. I had every intention to yesterday, but guess what? 30% chance of rain turned into a 300% chance with hail to boot. It has been nothing but rainy and cool this spring, and the next week's forecast looks no different. Highs only in the 60s with lows in the 40s. The grass is barely growing. We are so far behind where we should be for this time of year. And even as barely as it's growing, you have to take whatever opportunity you can to get some yard work in, because you don't know when the next chance will be. So with that said, it brings me to my one kind of downfall that I have found in real mowing so far. I've not even been doing it a year, and this is in no way, shape, or form a way to say that I'm unhappy doing it. This is just the truth, folks. Normally, if it rains and I get a little bit of drying with the rotary mower or the manual reel mower, I don't even worry about getting out on the lawn. But now that I've got this big, heavy California trimmer, even though my lawn drains fairly well, it stays pretty soggy for a couple days. And the weight of that trimmer kind of ruts things up. So we're gonna go ahead and try and get a mow in today. So come along with me and let's just see what happens. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you're subscribed already, thank you. If you're not, please consider doing so. A thumbs up and a comment down below. All that stuff goes a very, very long way. But let me take you to a few spots of the yard to show you what I'm talking about and those areas that I'm kind of skeptical of. Because I know it's not going to look great when we're done. I can feel the sogginess under my feet already, and when I walk on the driveway or the sidewalk, my footprints are wet, so I know it's prime for some disappointment. But this area right here, it looks dry, but this holds a lot of water while it's raining, and there's no standing water here, but it is still very, very wet underneath my feet. Neighbors mowing. I'm telling you, the whole neighborhood's out. But what I will do is I come along this fence line because it's kind of raised up right here. It's kind of tough with the California trimmer, so I'll come through with the manual reel mower to get up against the fence line. And then everywhere else back here, it gets the CT. And today I'm only going to do a single pass on it. I'm going to try to keep the mower off of the lawn for as much time as possible. So the less time it's on there, there's no point in doing a double pass, because just doing that will rut it up even more. And here's the spot that I'm not looking forward to mowing. This one right here. I mean, this is where it drains all down this fence, out the gate or the fence and to the street. So it is soggy, wet, mushy. I've already said it once. I don't know what to do. I mean, this is a nice sunny day. It's windy. That's kind of helped dry things out. But it is far from the conditions that I would prefer to mow in. And like I said, before the California trimmer, I wouldn't even second guess it. The lighter manual reel mower or the lighter rotary mower just wouldn't be heavy enough on the turf to do much in the way of damage. And I know if any damage is done, it will be repaired very quickly, but only if and only if we get a change in this weather. We have not had temperatures in the 80s once yet, and we're in the first week of May. Actually, we're in the second week of May now, and we haven't even hit 80 yet, so temperatures are way behind. Soil temperatures are way cooler than they should be. Just not a lot happening in the lawn. This area here, this is on the other side of the fence where I showed you the water drains. This is all real wet right here. You can see the tiger stripes. I mean, even if I was a person that came out here and got them up, haven't had a chance to. I mean, it has not stopped raining. Look, you got to take the open door and run through it when you can, and that's what we're going to do today. So, you know, when you see this hat and a t-shirt, we must be doing some yard work and not just standing in the garage talking about it. So let's do something. Yeah, that's another spot I'm worried about right there, where all the worm castings are. That is going to be a mess when the mower gets on it. No turning back now. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe I was just a little overly dramatic earlier. Is it too late to walk back some of what I said? We're all finished up, and you know what? We actually cut off a little bit more than I expected, but still the Bermuda is just not growing at the rate that it should this time of year. Bermuda just will not take off until daytime highs are mainly in the 80s and overnight lows are in the 60s, and we're a good 20 degrees below that, both during the day and at night. But not near the damage, I guess you could call it, or roughing up of the lawn because of how wet it was than I expected. Maybe a lot of that could be attributed to I kind of know how to use the California trimmer a little bit better than I did when I got it last summer. A little bit more experience with it has really gone a long way. Anytime I mowed with it last year when it was even the slightest bit wet, it didn't leave me very optimistic about mowing after rain, but I feel so much more comfortable now with what just happened, and that all could be attributed to, you know, I got a better feel for it. Let me show you some of the spots we looked at earlier. You really can't tell. You can't tell a whole lot at all. This was the really wet spot here. Looks pretty good if you ask me. Now, a lot of it was just me being very gentle when I turned around, not being rough with the mower, and that paid off big time. The back lawn's looking good. I mean, all things considered, it really does look nice. Right now we're mowing at around 5/8 of an inch, so I can't really complain if you take everything into account. Now this side, this got a little bit squirrely right here. That was still real muddy, still yucky, but came out of the other side in pretty decent shape. I'll take it. Still lots of lines in the yard from where some tiger stripes from grass clippings have piled up, but look, I am not going to worry about the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff, folks. It just sucks the fun out of this, if you ask me. Let's go take a look at the front yard. This side probably doing just as good as any part of the yard. For sure in the front. Looks pretty good there. Not too bad there either. Just having a rough time coming in. This part, what do you call this? The vanity strip. Not looking too shabby. Hey, what's up? Hey man, we're shooting a video here. We're shooting a video, a very important one. How are y'all? Doing well, thanks. But this one here, I know it looks rough. The spring dead spots, again, sound, I may be sounding annoying at this point, but until it warms up, this just isn't going to see a lot of relief in growing in. I mean, even the flower bed, look at these bushes, these abelias from back when we had negative 20-degree temperatures back in February. A lot of this took a beating, most of it recovering, but still a long way to go for some of it. This spot here, just very gentle in this area with the mower, especially along this side of the yard where the water drains, to keep from just ripping things up as I mowed. One last spot, this one, hey, I guess you could say the weight of the mower helped flatten out a lot of this in through here where we've had a bunch of worm castings, but it's so soft. You did have a little bit of rut marks there. But look, all in all, if that's how it's going to be the day after it rains, I'm fine with that. I'll take it. It leaves me a little bit more excited to know that I don't have to have it dry and sunny for a few days to mow after a stretch of rain. Okay, my friends, that is all I have for you on this edition of Budget Lawns. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I hope you will join me next time.